Welcome to my journey through the Bible. This will be applications you can apply to your life and a little more in depth about the chapter. We are in 2 Samuel 10, verses 1 through 19. Now we see that David sent men to comfort Haon. And Haon listened to some bad advice. His advisories had told him that David was sending men to seek out his land and probably so that they could overtake it or overthrow his kingdom. So Haon decided to humiliate the servants of David by shaving off their beard and cutting holes in their garments. Now, to have a full beard was a sign of maturity and of wisdom. And so when they cut that off, they shamed these men and kind of took that away from them. Now, of course, when David heard this, he was very angry. And of course, Haon decided, okay, let's get ready for war. I'm going to ask more people to come in and defend me. And we have to be very wise, very careful about the advice that we are given. We need to take time to check out to see if that advice is true or not. Because many times, if we had all the facts, we would probably come up with a different course of action. And of course, once you realize that you have made a mistake, then do everything you can to diffuse the situation. Try to fix it. Apologize. And because otherwise the situation is going to get worse. Haon would not admit his mistake, so they went to war, and it cost countless men their life because one man could not swallow his pride and admit that he had made a mistake. So we have to realize that in every situation we are in, we play a part of it, and we need to own the part that we play. Now, Joab had came up with a very good plan for the battle, and they split up so that they could fight against both sides. But Joab also turned around and said, "The Lord will do as he sees fit." And so while we make plans, we have to remember that God has the final plan. So God's plan is going to come about no matter what. And we may make things better or we may make things worse. But we have to be sure that we are trusting God and we are willing to change our plans in order to follow His plan that He has set before us. Now, we need to use our money and our resources to obey God. Also, while at the same time living by faith and trusting God for the final outcome. May God be with you in everything and in every way.